Okay, Tyson, after 15 games, 11-4, 4-0 in conference, everything looks pretty good on paper. How pleased are you at this point?
I think we're happy with what we've seen so far. We're kind of on a good roll right now. Obviously, starting conference 4-0 is a big thing for us. But every week it can change really quick if you don't stay consistent with your approach. And it's something we've been talking a lot with our guys about, is just being consistent every day. And so we're excited for this weekend. It's another chance to play at home. Obviously Sunday, Monday, good opponent in McCook, and last year that series was tough. I mean, it was a tough home series for us, tough away series for us, and obviously a tough regional tournament game when we played them out there. A lot of one-run games, and so we expect a competitive series. But as I said, 11-4. I think 7 out of our last 8 that we've that we've won, and so we feel good about where we're at, and we're just excited for the next challenge.
It appears as though you guys are overwhelming folks with the pitching. Is that a safe assumption? I mean, you're keeping your pitch count down. And a lot of these guys aren't seeing their pitchers more than twice a game.
Yeah, I think that's important for us. I mean, with so many guys that can throw, we knew that was going to be a strength of ours this year. Was going to be our ability to mix and match on the mound. When we talked the first time before the season, we kind of talked about that, and I mentioned that there were 14, 15 guys that were going to be able to log some innings for us, and that's kind of what we've seen so far this year. And so I'm really proud of those guys. I just want them to keep going and stay hungry. And the 2 guys that you're going to hear from today, Maverick Wilder and Seth Claiborne, great examples of kids that have given our team a lift. Obviously last weekend, it was really, really outstanding during the home series. Both of them had to come in tight situations. Mav obviously shutting the door in one of the games, cleaned up a mess. And it was actually Seth's mess a little bit that he cleaned up, which was really cool. But at the same time, Seth cleaned up a heck of a mess for us when he came in right before that, and was able to log 5 huge outs for us during the course of his time on the mound that last weekend. So really proud of both those guys, as I am our entire pitching staff. So these guys are going to be really good advocates.
Where is that pitching staff at as opposed to years past? Is it about on pace, or is this maybe a little farther along than we've seen in some of the past years?
I think every year's different. Last year we kind of had a 3-headed monster at the back end of the bullpen with Matt Keating, Tyler Mattingly, and then obviously Parker Thomas. And this year, I don't know if we have the guy that's the 95 to 97 as we saw from Matt last year at times, and kind of from one point of the year on, and it was actually the McCook series where he was up to 97 last year. So I don't know if we have a guy that's really popped into that kind of range. But we do have, as I said, 12, 14, 15 guys that are going to find different ways to get you out with the skill set that they can command, and they're going to attack you, and they're going to look to use their stuff the way they want to, and they're going to throw the ball hard, aggressively, and they're going to attack. And so far it's been a lot of fun to watch.
You guys are always looking for improvement. What areas would you like to see some improvement in?
Well, I think we just need to, continue to show up every day. We need to be consistent with our approach. Offensively, we've still got to work on getting baseballs in play with 2 strikes and runners in scoring position. And some of that we talked about. We got to be more aggressive in those situations when we get pitches to hit. But overall, 11-4, 7 out of our last 8, and that's not to say that it couldn't change tomorrow. But I think we're happy with where we are, and I look forward to seeing our kids compete, because I'm sure when the scoreboard turns on this weekend, things start to matter a lot again, and so I'm sure that our guys are going to be well in tune for this series, and I look forward to the next test.